I think humans are biased as well, and
Hmm.
so making sure you know what you're putting into the system, you know where that information's going.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the podcast. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Ashley Blake, Director at Research and Knowledge Exchange Support, with over 18 years of experience in research funding and innovation management. Ashley has worked with leading institutions like London Business School, Imperial College London, and King's College London, guiding organizations through the entire grant life cycle, from vision to funding success. His expertise in AI based research strategy, grant compliance, and innovation makes him a true leader in this space. Today, I am going to talk with Ashley on the topic of smart grants and how artificial intelligence is rewriting the rules of research. Welcome, Ashley, to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you inviting me on and giving me the chance to share some expertise and knowledge with the audience.
Uh, my first question to you on this topic is regarding the landscape shift nowadays is what does smart grants really mean in the context of artificial intelligence and research?
I think, well, when we're talking about smart grants, it's no longer forms and templates. It's actually about embedding intelligence into the grant, making sure that we're following what we need to and submitting high quality grants and
Mhm,
following each stage of the research lifecycle. So
mhm,
it's not about just writing a grant, it's actually about identifying relevant calls, putting great budgets together, looking
mhm.
at risks that could be incurred, and just making sure we're using AI in the best way possible to align our proposals with the submission criteria.
Okay, okay. And how this AI helping researchers discover relevant funding opportunities nowadays?
Well, there's many ways. So, for example, we've got a tool called the RKE Companion, where you can upload your CV into that tool,
Mhm,
and it will pull funding for you based on your CV. For example, if you wanted to apply for a grant from Horizon Europe or the European Commission, you could upload your CV or just search from keywords, or you could look at your past proposals that you've won and align it to new calls that are coming up so you're aware and ready to apply straight away as soon as that call comes back. So now it really levels the playing field for academics and early career researchers that want to improve the amount of research funding that they win.
that's great. Can artificial intelligence write grant proposals that actually get funded? And what tools are being used for this? Do you have some examples on that? Or
Yeah, again, so the RKE Companion, but for in terms of the funding landscape, a lot of the main funding bodies, they don't want artificial intelligence to write your funding proposal for you. So it needs to be your idea. It needs
hmm,
to, and then the AI just helps with the structure and the compliance around that. So it's not giving you an idea, it's just helping you form your idea better and know key areas to improve your idea. For example, you could now upload your proposal into the RKE Companion, let's say, or um, and that way you can now ask the AI to evaluate your proposal as if it is an assessor. So
okay, okay.
now by doing that, you can also get structured feedback points of where you can improve your proposal at any given stage, and you'll get given suggestions of where you can make those changes. So there's no wasted time on grey areas. You know exactly what to do, how to do
Okay, okay, okay. In terms of evaluation, my question is that how are funding bodies are review and reviewers actually using this artificial intelligence to evaluate proposals?
it. At the moment, from what I've seen in the landscape,
Hmm,
it's coming in. It's not quite there yet. It's something that they're looking to do in the future, working with natural language models to kind of screen out eligibility and making sure that all of the proposals meet the guidelines. So those checks are generally be done manually before, but now they're bringing AI to do that. The reviewing is still done by a human, and I think that is going to be the case until we see funding bodies really trust AI and roll AI out across the organisation.
hmm, hmm. Are there any risks or biases when artificial intelligence models screen or rank research ideas?
Yes, there will always be biases, but I think that is probably a bit overplayed, in my opinion. I think humans are biased as well, and so when we review things, we can be biased, and so will AI. But I think the ISO 42001 framework
Mhm.
around transparency, training data, human in the loop, and systematic reviewing to make sure that these biases do not creep in and they're managed and all AI models are trained in a transparent way.
That's great. And talking about ethics and trust, do artificial intelligence generated proposal blur the line between originality and automation?
Um, they can if you allow them to, but for me, I look at AI as a coach.
Mm,
It's not writing your proposal for you. It's helping you streamline your idea. It's helping you get that structure in place, and it's helping you create a better proposal aligned with funders, what
mm,
funders actually want. So
mm,
for me, I wouldn't be using AI to write your proposal. I'll be using it to steer you in the right direction and use it and let it guide you and help assess where you need to review your proposal and produce better results.
mm. Since I am working in the institutions, how should institutions and reviewers adapt to AI authored content?
So there's tools that you can actually create and put into your AI
Mhm.
workflows to make sure that plagiarism is kind of cut out, making sure it's all original ideas. So just expanding your knowledge around those tools to make sure that you've got no bias as well, which you could put tools into that will kind of flag bias to you in your application. So making sure you've got the correct governance and ethics approvals in place internally is really important. I think a lot of people will use an AI tool and they will assume the AI tool does that for them, but you will also need your own internal policies to mitigate those risks as well.
Yeah, great, great. Talking about the safety, as AI systems begin to manage sensitive grants, data, and proposals, how important is alignment with the standards like ISO 42001 in ensuring trustworthy and secure AI deployment?
I think it's very key. So as an ISO 42001 implementer ourselves, we build all of our systems to follow the standard. At the moment, you don't have to follow the standard. It's not mandatory, but I feel in the coming years it will be made mandatory and everybody will have to follow the standard. And the reason why that's key is because when you are putting sensitive information that can, for research grants and research projects that you might not want in the public domain, having your own system built in the correct way following the standard would 100%
Mhm.
help you with that transparency and that safe use of AI. So one of the kind of taglines that we adopt is safe AI starts with you. So making sure you know what you're putting into the system, you know where that information is going. So for example, if you're an organization in the UK where I am currently, all of the information you put into an AI tool has to stay within the UK in terms of export controls and all of the details within the ISO standard.
That's great. And what safeguards or compliance measures should research institutions implement to maintain data integrity and applicant privacy when adopting these AI-driven funding platforms?
I think it's just kind of part of it's common sense, really. We know what we should be putting into tools and what we shouldn't be, but we know what we put on the internet and what we shouldn't. I think we should treat that in exactly the same way.
Hmm.
But obviously, there does need to be safer guardrails around that. And one of the things we are seeing is organizations are building their own in-house AI tools. So instead of just putting their information into a third-party tool, they're building their own in-house tools that they can control, train, and secure that data as well. Because I think we talk about having safe data, that's
Hmm.
one thing. But another really important thing is that data to your organization is gold dust. If you know why you're not winning proposals, if you know where you're falling down, if you know why you are winning proposals and why you are successful, that information can help own team, can help own your organization, and it can improve the amount of research you win that will potentially boost your reputation and boost your revenue as well.
Talking about the future, do you think we will see AI managed funding calls or auto applied grants in the coming future?
I think you can never say never. I think definitely it will come, and I believe there'll probably be maybe funding calls that are 100% for AI, where you don't need a human in the loop, and it will just let the AI go and work and do the research and return results. Because if you look at that happening, for example, an agentic AI that could go out and do its own research, what is the cost of that compared to a human doing it?
Okay. What advice would you give to early career researchers navigating this AI-driven shift?
I'd say embrace it. It's a chance to level the playing field, a chance to make sure that you can actually win research. There's no excuse now in terms of we're not sure what to do. AI is your partner, it's your thought partner, it's your think partner that will help you craft great proposals. And the only part you would need to do on your part as an early career researcher is making sure you know the correct prompts and you have the correct guidance to follow to structure your proposal in the correct way. And that information is really easy to find.
My last question to you is that how can developing countries leverage artificial intelligence to become more competitive in global research funding?
I think what I just mentioned really is in that it levels the playing field. We can tear down language barriers, we can tear down wording barriers using AI. So now there's no reason for the continents of Africa to be not producing world-class research proposals with the correct training and the correct guidelines and the correct influence.
Thank you, Ashley, for this wonderful talk. And I'm really thankful for you. And we will meet again, inshallah, to talk more on with your expertise. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I want to say I really appreciate you allowing me to come onto your podcast and speak about something that's really true to my heart and something that I can't wait to see the future.
Thank you.